Hello, everybody. So this is about the Whistle Stop Cafe in Mirror, Alberta, Canada. So this is a shout out to them. And I'm going to make a short, I'm recording the Facebook at the same time so they can share it. Samantha impromptu picked me up, Sassy Spice, and we decided to go for a drive here to the one man in Alberta that is fighting to keep his business alive. So I want to give a shout out to what an awesome experience it was to meet a whole bunch of people in the province. Literally, people came, this is in the middle of Alberta, and we came from Calgary, which was a 2-hour plus drive. People came from Edmonton, people came from the east, it was honestly heartwarming. And I really want to give a shout out to Chris for standing up in his rights when literally they're now harassing the landlords. So if you don't know what's going on, I'll quickly fill you in. Alberta, he's fighting to keep his business open as a living being, with like it's his livelihood, period. It's his human right to make a livelihood. And the Alberta Health Services is trying to shut him down. So he put up fences himself yesterday, and Alberta Health Services is, basically harassing him. So if you want to go follow him on Facebook, it is Whistle Stop Cafe. And I think he's also tied to a couple of other pages here if I jump on Facebook, I'll be able to tell you. Hold on one second. Somebody will correct me. So here we go. So does anybody know what his pages are linked to? So we can basically get him linked to here. So what we're going to do is get this video going viral. And our mission is to bring awareness to the one man who is truly standing up for his rights right now. So he's literally fighting. The news cameras have been there. The police have been there. Like, everybody is harassing this man. So it is unfair, literally unfair. So he's doing what he needs to do to stay in business. And they haven't been able to prove to him that anything that he's doing is harmful to the health of anybody by just practicing the right to breathe fresh air and live freely without some government sanctions trying to take away our livelihoods. And that's what they're doing. So please share this video. It's going to be just a quick video, and then I'll come back on. I'll stay on YouTube, but I'll just allow people on Facebook to share this. My name's Raven Moonstone. Thank you to Samantha Jones. I think I remember your last name, James. Why can I never remember people's last names? Anyway, Sassy Spice for driving me to and fro. And she's always there on the scene, helping bring awareness to things in our city. So I'm very grateful for her and her information and her at the rally reporting. So I appreciate it, because I've had to step back from going to rallies. But that also brings me to another thing. This Saturday and Sunday, I believe, somebody very outspoken will be in our city. So if you go to the rallies, you'll be happy. Either one, I think that person might be here. So I'm just going to say, yeah, that's all I can tell you on here. So please share this video. Give your love and support to the Whistle Stop Cafe in Mirror, Alberta. He needs to do some fundraising. The staff there was so fun and eclectically just Alberta small town. I loved it. It reminded me of my old high school days. So great food there. They've got some really wacky names of food. Chris is very beautiful writer, and he's very creative, and he's I admire his I respect him fully for standing up in his human rights to make a living, support his family, and mind his own business, basically. He's minding his own business, as many people should be right now. So anyways, light and love to Whistle Stop Cafe. We had an awesome time there. We met some amazing people, and I love you all, my new friends. So thank you so much. Again, Sassy Spice, it was awesome. I might have eaten a little too much food. It was great. Thank you. So I'm going to just, there it's all done on Facebook. So send that for everyone around the first few minutes of the video. We did meet some awesome people. I want to give a shout out, if they're going to be watching, to the 3 Edmond. This is how you guys. So, you know, when the universe is telling you, you just need to get out of the city, so you go. We met Chris and we met Tara, our server. She was, or Tara, I should say. And then we met Peter and his daughter Lyric, and they were awesome people. We just very lit people. They invited us to sit at their table. So when Peter and Lyric left, we don't do this in Canada, by the way. I said, this is very European. It's awesome. So then when they left, it was out on the patio. This new couple sat down, and it was Scott and Jerry. So, and these people were on levels of awareness and awakeness. So we have these amazing conversations with these people. And yeah, I'm red pilling. I'm not going to lie. I'm telling about the Dominion machines and the CV machines and how they're owned by the same people. And yeah, you put one in and 20 come out, you know, and kind of making jokes like that. And then we have our meal. It was awesome. Like, it was an awesome afternoon. We picked the best afternoon to go as far as I'm concerned. There was almost zero wind. A hawk was flying over. We saw some awesome chemtrails. Yes, they were. These particular ones, just huge ones. We took some pictures. That wasn't the awesome part. But anyways, we go out in the parking lot and we meet a guy sitting in the truck. His name's Daryl. He's awesome. And while we pulled up there, I forgot to tell you, CTV was there, or some camera crew filming and recording. So he is literally one of the most outspoken people for what's going on for months in his business. And I applaud the guy, because many businesses have collapsed and says, yeah, we're going to stand up. We're going to keep our doors open. And then they all do exactly what. And the other business I want to point out is the one in Calgary, Scarpetta's, one of my favorite restaurants. That's where I celebrated my 17th anniversary of being cancer-free on October 31st. And all of my friends joined. The landlords have locked them out of their building. So it has become a war on small business owners who feel the need that we do to stand up in our human rights. So my hat's off to Rocco at Scarpetta's. I really love that restaurant. I recommended it to all my family and friends. I'm like, it's one of my faves in the city. And yeah, so these people are getting slammed hard for sticking up for what they believe in. So let's support them in any way we can. So follow them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram, follow them however you can to find out how you can support these business owners for staying in business. So they're harassing the landlords now, even at the whistle stop. That's what it's come to. Oh, James, there we are. I'm eating the second half of my zombie burger. Oh, yeah, she had a zombie burger. I'm going to tell them what it was, by the way, because it's so awesome. So Sassy Spice here, she has this envisionment. I'm going to tell the whole story. I'm not going to lie. All the way there, she goes, yeah, I looked at their menu and gluten-free, everything. We're having a fuck it card day. And I'm like, oh, yeah, right on. And I said, yeah, okay, I might eat meat too. I'm not sure. You know, I haven't eaten it for a long time, but sometimes hamburger is the easiest thing to digest for me because it's already broken up. But whatever. I thought I was going to try, you know, food, which I did. But so all the way there, she's talking about this big, huge burger they have. And she's like, yeah, I think it's like a grilled cheese. And then there's some burgers in there and some other stuff. And literally, I am a waitress. And when the waitress was telling me what was in the burger the first time, I was like, I stopped halfway through and I kind of got that, because it felt like so much food. I was like, who the hell can eat that? Okay, so this was one grilled cheese sandwich with ham in it on top, one grilled cheese sandwich with roast beef on the bottom. Then there was 8 burger patties with 8 slices of cheese and 8 slices of bacon, I think, and onion rings, mozzarella sticks, lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles. that was a burger like this, and it comes stabbed with a big knife. Samantha's burger, the mini burger, the zombie burger, the one they did put on the menu, it was a burger bun. I might screw this up. Some burger patties, a hot dog, some bacon, some cheese, pickles, and like it was like a week's worth of food. It was so good. She's a mini zombie. It was like way too much meat. Like, but anyways, it was good food. I mean, it was good. I took forever to eat my food. I'm not gonna lie, it was cold. So I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna like. I have my food. I'm not even touching my food until maybe tomorrow. I'm like not even gonna look at it. My stomach. I already went for a walk. I'm like, nope, no more, no more. I'm gonna have to actually take that leftover food and give it to my son. No, you know what, Kiwi boy? That's what I said. I used to work at a smokehouse, honestly, and people would come in there and they would order like four grown men would order there was the big teas platter and then there was a really big one. And they would order the one that was made for 7 or 8 people. And it had fries and cornbread and gravy and then like 20 pounds of friggin' smoked meat and some buns. It was ridiculous. Like ridiculous. But 4 people would just come in and polish it off. I'm like, I would be dying a small death because there's a girl, I think she even still works there, who's a vegetarian. I'm like, how do you even work in this smell? Like, I was a vegetarian, but she's like, I maybe where 10% or less of my diet was meat. But she really, I think the only thing she maybe ate was fish. And I'm like, I couldn't work in a place that they just serve meat and I was a vegetarian. Yeah, Samantha honestly yawned the entire way home and I was good. I held off. I'm like, well, she goes, well, don't fall asleep or something. I don't know if she said fall asleep. And I'm like, no, I don't want to fall asleep. I just don't want to yawn now because she yawned. I'm not yawning. I'm taking some deep breaths. And I'm like, the whole way home, I had to go for a walk. So I want to tell you what happened on my walk. First of all, I come in the door and there's a note sticking my door. And I'm like, what are they doing now in my building? Because they just had one yesterday sticking in my apartment building door about them cleaning the windows finally on Friday. I'm like, oh, right on. And then when we left, I could see my landlord out there talking with the building manager where they cut down the 5 trees where all the birds lived in front of the building in front of us, which is attached to our building. They're cutting down the trees in the front of our yard now. And I'm like, what the? And I say to Samantha, I'm like, well, it's kind of good. I think they're putting a fence along the front. People's dogs shit in our yard all the time in our front of our building. We aren't allowed pets here. So not one person in this building has a dog. And our yard has dog crap. And then the apartment building, they flick their cigarette butts into our yard. So they want to create a little courtyard made for the people, which I think it's great. That was one of my ideas. So anyways. And so I get home and I'm thinking, oh, maybe they're giving us notice about the trees or whatever. No, I have an eviction notice. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why am I getting evicted? Like, I haven't done anything wrong. I'm like reading it and it's like, you haven't paid your rent. And I'm like, I did pay my rent. I pay it in full every month. I take a picture of it. I tape it all up and then I stick it in the slot every month, like clockwork, never fails, ever. So I phone him up and I'm like, what's going on here? And he's like, oh, that's from the head office. I'm like, what is head office? Like, if you didn't count my money properly, I want to know. Well, how much is your rent? I tell him. And I tell him exactly what I paid in and everything. He's like, oh, well, don't worry about it. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm not moving. I'm not moving out of here because you think I owe you another $100. No, it's not going to happen. You're not squindling another $100 out of me. So I kind of beaked him off about that and hung up the phone, went on my little walk, and I'm like, everything's going to be okay. Get like just down the, I'm just starting to smoke my little one hitter. And this girl lets her miniature schnauzer fucking take a shit right there. And she starts walking off and looks at me right in the eye. And I'm like, are you going to pick up your dog shit? Like, and she goes, well, I don't have another bag. And I'm like, ask another dog owner. And I like kind of like just waited there for a second. I turned my back to her. I'm not going to babysit you. That's on you. Other people saw me tell you that. So you look like an asshole if you didn't pick up your fucking dog shit after I tell you. But I kind of glanced as I, because I went to put something in my purse and I look over and she picks up her black mask and she's picking up the dog shit with it. And I felt like saying, well, that's about the only thing that fucking thing's useful for anyways. Like, so I walk up the hill and I'm in a good mood. The sun's hitting my pineal gland. And then this lady's playing fast car on a big blaster. And I talk to a guy that's fishing and he tells me he's catching some big trout and just changed my day, changed my vibe. And then I go around the corner. Who do you think just smacks into me in the weirdest of, I never walked down that way. I never walked down that way. I'm like, I'm going to avoid her at all costs. It's the fucking girl with the dog. Like, hi. And then the dog doesn't want to cross the street. So she's like trying to pull the dog. Like, it was just so fucking funny. I was like, thank you, universe. Thank you. She was embarrassed not once, but twice. So friggin' funny. So that was my day. I had a great time. It was the best day ever. And Chris Scott is a hero out at Whistle Stop. I really do believe that. I got this thing. You can donate money, I believe, to his page. I believe he's on Facebook, 100% Whistle Stop Cafe. And just support the guy. Even if you're sharing, you don't live in Canada, share his page around the world. Please. People need to know how people need to stand up and show how they stand up in their human rights. Like, honestly, I'm totally feeling a little OG thug because I've been kicked out of the Superstore and the Goodwill store. Yo. So we're going to do a quick card reading because I'm in a good mood. I did one before I left. And we'll see what we have here. I'm not going to tell you what I got. Samantha knows what I got. So if we get those cards again, I'm like, see, I told you. So let's all place ourselves in the highest of light and love. That one's pop, pop, and a pop. I'm in a really happy mood. I'm going to go out for another little walk. I came in just to do this quick little video. And then I'm going to go, whoa, there's some busy cards right there. For a little walk again and watch the sunset. Card time, card time. Should we sing a little song? I love you guys and all your comments. And thank you for your support. Oh, that was the best part of the story. Okay. That I was forgot. This is synchronicity. So outside the Whistle Stop, we're sitting there talking to Daryl, and these three guys come out, and they're younger fellas. You know, one's really works out. All nice looking boys, really attractive. And we all get to talking, and I find out all three of them not only are woke, they were at the Edmonton rally. They're from Edmonton. And they're all brothers. I almost cried. Their ages are 22, 24, and just about 30. My kids' ages are 22, 30, and 32. I was like seeing a woke mirror of my boys standing in front of me, acting in a team. It was like, brought tears to my eyes almost. So, first card. The Earth Fairy. Love it. Okay. Second card. The Merlin. I even love that card. I love this card reading. This is about physical health, grounding, foundations, alchemy, justice, and balance. It's pretty much where we're at right now. So Earth Fairy is number 27. I felt that's what I did today, is just got grounded so well outside. It was so nice to get outside. So the Earth Fairy says, pay attention to your health and all things pertaining to your physical body. Perhaps you need to eat, exercise, or pay special attention to your diet. Don't eat any more, Raven. You could have had a salad there. They have vegetarian things. I just wanted to eat it, okay? I'll have to pay the price. Are you getting enough sleep? No. The Earth Fairy reminds you to indulge your senses. It's good to revel in the sensations of your body. The sensual world is an important part of the path to Avalon and must be honored. When the Earth Fairy appears, she reminds you to get into your body and out of your head. There you go. Don't spend so much time analyzing things over and over. That's what honestly I had to do today. Get out of all of the information. I don't care. That's why I honestly haven't talked about one bit of information that came out today. It was honestly like getting my hands in some dirt. So it says, get your hands in some dirt, gardening perhaps, walk barefoot in the grass, and remember that your physical self is this house of your spirit. And as the Mother Earth houses you. Get grounded. Remember you're part of the living earth. Stay connected. That's really weird. I just saw the outside of the Buddhist temple here in the city, which is just down the street from me, is an art piece called Ascension, made in 2012, and it's about connecting human body to nature. And I thought it looked like an ant that was cut in half. Anyways, but another message from the Earth Fairy is to make sure the foundations of all you do are solid. Be aware that projects, relationships, business ideas, and family all need to be built on steady, sturdy foundations. The Earth Fairy always helps you when you ask. There you go. Every day. Oh, thank you. My kids are lucky to have me as my mom. That's what I tell them all the time. You're lucky you picked me. Oh, hot flash in the city. Yes, had a couple of these when in the car. Today was the first day I actually rode around in a vehicle for a long time, number one. And number two, where I could just wear a tank top and enjoy myself. It was fantastic. It was a really, really good day. So Merlin, alchemy, justice, balance. When the Merlin is the messenger of the initiation and alchemy is, and oh, I can't freaking read today. See, the Merlin is the messenger of initiation and alchemy, and is both the magician and the high priest. He is the masculine keeper of magic and has the ability to turn iron ore into gold. The Merlin says you have all you need to move forward. Rejoice that all the elements you require for success are indeed present. You are given notice that when it comes to your life and its purpose, the magical aspect of the Merlin can be summoned to help you find an answer that is within you. When the Merlin appears, he tells you that justice will be done in all matters of your query, but not by any forceful action. Instead, ask yourself what you need to do to bring balance into your life. Are you working too hard, perhaps overthinking things? Do you have enough downtime? The answers you seek are not found in the obvious places. It's time to go within through meditation and prayer and ask Spirit World of the Merlin's magical influence to send you signs and omens to help you chart your course. The Merlin says that he will lend you his wisdom and the magic on this leg of your journey until you can claim it as your own. His message is always, be in the world, but not of it, and wear it only as a loose cloak about your shoulders. You will never have to look outside yourself for answers when the Merlin appears. Remember, all signs and omens sent by the Merlin are but reflections, like in mirror, of that which is within you already. Booyah! That's exactly it. Wonderful. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. I don't want to go too on and on tonight because I want to go for a walk. And maybe I'll do a more serious one tomorrow just to get people updated into the matrix, where I think, again, just a quick chart video, like, it helps everybody. But if it's going to be super nice, who knows? I could be laying down by the river. Thank you very much. I love you all. Light and love to everybody on this leg of your journey. Stay happy, stay grounded, stay positive, and see you soon. Take care.